I can quickly come back to my original goal. Because at the moment, I see this as a beautiful distraction, right? And I may body they catch some people. But from February, we are back again. But we'll continue to remind the governor of Edo State that Ohen for Horomi Ovokangbinofia must go to jail, regardless of the garment that is wearing. He must go to jail. Any land grabbers, as long as you are guilty, and I know you are, because I've submitted a lot of petitions. I'll like us to talk about all this now. I have the last video here for today. Then we can just start talking. Here, because Peter Obi visited the flood victims, the opponents, all these APC people and PDP people, they came out saying that Peter Obi, they carry, they do go quickly run, go flood victims, go to give them 5 million, go to submit, go to greet and whatever. So one of our brother came out now, because this thing, everybody have become a recession. One of our brother came out now to show when Peter Obi was a governor of Anambra State, what he did during the time of flood as well. Then it was a governor, it was not even, clamoring or rather fighting to become a president. He did it before. I would like us to listen to this. Thank you.
Go area where flood affect yesterday. A lot of people they talk saying strategy, eye service. Reno Mokri saying eye service. Now they do. Baba don't follow now they do that nonsense. Baba don't they do like this. Stay. I want to play you one video now. Make you see video of waiting Peter Obi do when this kind of flood happened for Anambra State, when him be governor. See, make you watch for yourself and waiting people talk. Calm down, watch and make you see. Don't be eye service, but I know they follow and they do all those things. Watch them to that problem.
Another major achievement in this sector is the curbing of the gully erosion affecting Adazi, Nunku, Umudiana communities. To effectively address the situation, the state government has built a channel of reinforced concrete to create a permanent outlet for water into the Ezenewai River below. To safeguard the entire community, a 6-kilometer network of huge concrete drains have been constructed within the community. So as water flows from all parts of it, it is properly channeled into the major drainage system, saving the community from loss of soil and destruction. Also in Mbanabo Umogbo, Obiofia village, Newichi, Newi local government, the community was on the verge of being washed away by the forming gully erosion. The Obi administration has tackled the impending threat to this road, and reinforced concrete barriers have been installed with huge channels to receive the waters, taking it to the river below. The landlords and residents of Agulu Avenue Mpo have heaved a sigh of relief, as the state government has come to their aid, saving their road and properties which were under threat of being eroded away. The government has curbed this threat with a subsequent award and execution of the remedial measures to address the situation.
If you not beat Obi for this secure of this election, this building by this time it's about this building, but in this place you reach this building before. And beat Obi come and secure this building. If you not beat Obi for governor of Anambra State, this building will swallow.
Except his good work, many buildings have been they're supposed to fall by now, but we thank him because he have tried to save.
My people, this one are like 8 years ago or more. Not be now. All these people, not be so we'll go pay them, consummate they buy art now. Like years ago. Make we continue to watch
life and property for those who living around this time.
In every development process, in every administrative capacity or level of governance, the results seen are only a reflection of the quality and vision of the leadership driving the process. In Anambra State, we dare say,
accommodate the internally displaced persons, but many others from Kogi State ran and sought refuge in Anambra.
Every Nigerian is important to us. This flood is in Nigeria, and if anybody, no matter the state you're coming from, is here, we will look after you. So we'll make sure that they're looked after. I want to feed you well. We'll make sure you're giving food. We'll make sure you're giving medications and everything. And when you finish, we'll help you to go back to wherever you're coming from.
It is a critical situation for Anambra East and West. Floods have taken over the entire human habitations, and the people are left helpless as their homes and farmlands are completely washed away. When the rain started in June, people went about their normal duties believing it would recede in no time. But the water just kept coming. Neighbors are cut off from one another and chores are done in the water. The governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, rushes to the cry of help from the 16 flood-ravaged community.
We must plead with them to leave. It is time they join us and go to it. When this is over, we'll come back.
And we'll rebuild.
And we will help them.
To rebuild.
Please, it is important they must leave now. That is why we came. They must go with us. Let them leave their property, let them leave everything. When this is over, we will come back. We will assess, we will help them to rebuild. What is important is their life.
Only rooftops of story buildings could be seen, while bungalows have since gone under. Roads cannot be traced, while bridges on higher grounds have become safe havens. Offices, schools, hospitals and markets are no more. Food crops have been swept away. It's water everywhere.
All right, that one our principal right there. So let's start talking. I'll start with my brother here, Lefty Setoya. Thank you very much once again for joining us. Go ahead.
Yes, it's a pity that I won't be staying too long. I have to do some other things between now and 30 minutes time. But so far, well, good. I've seen the video of just now. I've read about this before. I've done my personal research on this. When Governor, our principal, gave the government house to flood victims. Yes, it was even the government house. He didn't take them any other place. He gave the government house to flood victims. What led to this is when he visited some flood victims in what state again? In Abatu State, we saw people ranting. All these Tinubu, APCPD people talking anyhow. Then this came back to mind that this wasn't his first time of caring, of being a humanitarian. When he was a state governor, he didn't say this. He didn't respond to all these side attractions. But people had to start doing research to see who he is. And it was discovered that he did this before in Anambra State. When this kind of thing happened in Anambra State, he gave the government house to flood victims as their camp. It got just down. This is his person. So let's not pretend about the man, Peter Obi. This is who he is. It's not because of politics that he's going to visit flood victims. He's no more a governor in Anambra State, but he's still very important as a principal. So when things are happening like this, you see him, this is how it should be. We didn't see Tinubu going to places like this. We didn't see Atiku, who wants to be the president of Nigeria, visiting, showing that empathy. It's not just by political visiting, no. Really visiting that you really mean it, not because of politics, cheap politics, for people to think you care. Let me also remind our viewers that the man Peter Obi did not just do this only in Anambra State. In the year 2010? Yes, 2010. There was this earthquake in, let me find out where that happened, in Haiti. There was an earthquake in Haiti that destroyed a lot of people's house and devastated, did a lot of damages to people of Haiti. I want to shock you, like the man that always comes to shock us here, that Peter Obi traveled to he 80 that year with his son. To do what? He donated about $200,000. Apart from the donation he made, he also participated in the cleaning personally. He personally participated with his son. This is what we are talking about. And yet, we still have people who are looking for mistakes. People who are saying all manners of things about the man Peter Obi. It is very unfortunate. This is who he is. He's a humanitarian. He has the heart of the people. You see him in canoes. You see him. I don't understand. What else do you want? A leader is that person that behaves like you, that sees you as himself, that lives like you, that think like you, that put himself in your position, not because leadership is an opportunity. Yes, it's an opportunity. So if you have the opportunity, show who it usually expose everybody anyway. It's an opportunity that exposes who every one of us is. We are given matter of leadership. That is, you have power now, you have money, you have everything around you, then your real self will start to come out. Look at him. How has his real self been all this while? Since he left Anambra, did he collect money from Anambra state government? He left there with his family. He never went there to collect one money. Pension, no. Land given, no. Nothing concerns him with the government no more. And he left money. And it's a pity that people are still not saying the man, Peter Obi, who he is. Not people, few people. And these people will never see if they
Another
don't open their
major
eyes.
achievement
These
in
are
this
the
sector
called PDP and APC followers. Even the PDP and APC followers, most of them have woken up to say, for this one, now, Peter Obi, now we believe, say, it will help us. This country is collapsing. If you know what's happening to Nigeria, you will know that you need, right now, the man that will go there will suffer it, but you need a man that have the heart of the people. That is the man of Peter Obi. Let's now go back to Obaseki and what is his name, and Tinubu Wahala. Well, that will not just be my big problem like that too, because two of them, I don't know, be Lagos. Two of them not meet before, and it happened that Atiku, what is his name? Tinubu lost. That is when the word, the slogan Edo, not big Lagos, came into power. But this time, since Obaseki left APC, he now took it on APC to say, don't vote APC, especially the man Tinubu, that will turn Nigerians to his personal property. And Tinubu went ahead to respond. Was it just yesterday to call Obaseki a nitwit and a decisive, toxic human being? Well, for those of us that does not know the meaning of nitwit, a fool, stupid person, foolish person, silly person. That is expected. That is very expected. But the only problem I have after Obaseki being a governor that people were looking up to say, yes, everywhere is obedient, is now coming to tell us that obedience will lose steam, will go out of steam very soon. Now, I want to ask Mr. Obaseki, our governor, if obedience as it were, as it is now, have not lost steam, what makes him feel the obedience will lose steam when the ovation will be now high? This is few months, like 4 months to election. What makes him think that few months to election, obedience now will lose steam? I don't understand why he says so. Cheap politics. It's very unfortunate. The same Obaseki is having problem now with Tinubu is okay. The same Obaseki is having problem with Ortom, Governor Ortom. And I think he should think of himself and make sure whatever he's doing, he shouldn't just give himself the problem of obedience, because the problem of obedience is perpetual. It's not going to end, because not until the country gets some value the problem of obedience will continue because the obedient family, what they want is good Nigerians for all of us. So it's not going to be easy when you point accusing fingers on them because you're also like pointing accusing finger on Nigerians because about 70% of Nigerians are obedient now. A lot are still changing their mind to come to be obedient for those that are thinking they're going to gain. Now, thank God the CBN has just come up with a strategy that they are going to change the Naira. All the one that don't keep for safe, especially like Tinubu, all the one they Bulova or you get to bring her out now. All the fake counterfeits they have made, they get to bring her out now, go give central bank for record sake. So we will see how I want to get this quickly go print this new one, share for election. I want to really appreciate CBN governor for this very good initiative. I think it's a better one. Then coming back to my state on land grabbing. Well, yeah, Elvis just said Obaseki is doing very well as of now. Well, for me, I think it's too late for him to do very well now. Because land grabbing didn't start now. Land grabbing started before he came into power, and he has been in power for how many years now? I think for like 6 years now, if I'm not mistaken, or thereabout. He has been in power for like 6 years now. I mean, his first tenure went without him doing anything, faking, working against land grabber. Meanwhile, he was one of the land grabbers, using these same people to grab lands. Using these same people, we shouldn't just forget how he destroyed so many of our Edo properties, how some of them were sold to who we don't know, like the library. Our memory is still very much intact. Like the central hospital being removed from a central place which is accessible to everybody from all local governments. In case there's an emergency, you're not taking it to a place that has a tiny road with a lot of traffic and there's no helicopter for safety. You say you love Edo people. Why would you relocate such? Not extending. That's okay. I'm redefining it. I'm gonna extend it in case. You just took. Who did you give the land to? What is happening there? So you are not coming out because a particular group of people want to test the government, which they'll be doing, because the government gave them that audacity to do what they are doing. If the government had been up and doing, just like you said, Ebo Amagba, if you have dealt with him, since so much complaint has been coming, if you have taken it upon yourself, no, this is not right, let's do this. If you have nicked the board at the right time, it should have saved many more stitches now. It is not now you should be saying that you want to deal with land grabbers. It should have been then because it has happened to you. Government land that have been taken. What about the land of the people that have been taken? People that cannot afford a lawyer. What have you done for the people? Those that have lost their land to these same people. What did you do to recover this land from these people? Instead, you look the other way. You just made mention of the man of Ohoromi. So much letters have been written. A lot of people cried. We're still seeing you romancing with him. Just not quite long in parties. Such a criminal. You are still being fine with such a person. For me, if you ask me,
dining and drinking
I'm
together.
whining a governor of a state, dining and whining with criminals, oppressors, states, land grabbers. Why are you not crying out? The government land has been taken by force. You try to make peace with them just the way other people will make peace with them. They will be beaten. Some will be killed. Why are you not crying out? It don't touch you now, and now you call it. My brother, I don't think he's doing very well. I just think he's also trying to want to revenge that particular. If it did not happen that way, it would still be the status quo. Still build that. A lot of people would have still been suffering. It has happened to him now. Now the few people involved are the one running away. Others have not run. The one that ran to Germany, maybe is involved. The other one that is running, maybe is involved. Others are still out there. So for me, I don't think it's too late for we to say he's doing very well. How many years does he have now to live? Just roughly less than 2 years. I think he's going to live in 2024. Yes, less than 2 years. And if this did not happen, would they have been taking these actions of destroying people's house? Anyway, that's a story for another day, because the next governor is going to have a lot of litigations. You don't have the right to take a bulldozer to be a judge. You are an executive. You would have waited for the court. The same court you people are using. So you see court finish. Instead, no say, I not trust these people. They go delay us. At the end, we feel lose. No, don't go. You see the handwriting. He not trust the courts. Now you take jungle justice, carry caterpillar, go to destroy people land. Which governor, responsible governor, in this, you talk of digital, you are a digital governor, in this digital age, does that? Show me where in the world where a governor will do that without a court involved, a court process involved. Because you know that you don't trust the court process, because the court process is being corrupted by you people too. So it can be manipulated. If you have trusted the court process, you would have taken through the court and wait before you know justice is here. Because there in Nigeria, they drag justice to frustrate the common man, and you get tired and even run away and leave it for them. For me, this is my own opinion. I don't think he's doing well now. We should judge him by the 6 years he has spent, not just these 2 months, or he's just doing something because something happened. Did he just start to be go after land grabber because maybe I cried out, or maybe you cried out, or maybe one poor man cried out? Did he just do that? No. He ignored. So if it is because they don't touch your own, now make them come the art, it's nothing. It's just nothing. This is not how good governors should be. So for me, I'm not giving any scorecard. It's not because I hate it. I'm using the history. I'm using the time where everybody was crying out. Inaugurate PPP. We let up. Nothing. These are for the common people. Nothing happened for the common people. Nothing. Did you use bulldozer to go and destroy those houses, obtained from the common people? What did you do to protect the common people, which you are representing? That government house is not your property. It belongs to the masses. It belongs to you, me, and everybody. You are just a servant, a representative. Why then do you not respect the people that cried out to you to say, this is the problem we are having? It's very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. For me, I think the best office is the office of the people. Obaseki has not done well. Not to talk of now that he's even trying to point his accusing finger on the obedient. I think he's getting this wrong. Look at his face. If you are looking like me, my face better pass your own. Not just carry this face, they look me, open your mouth like Obolo, sorry. Obola withdraw. Obolo, sorry. I'm very angry. So for now, I think that's all I would say before, because today is very unfortunate. I had a lot of things to do, and as I'm talking now, the time for me to get to somewhere is already here. I just had like 3 minutes. So I had to quickly round up and go back. Otherwise, I would have loved to see the end of this program. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you for your emotional distribution right there. Thank you. I understand everybody entitled to their own opinion. I will also agree with you that Governor Obaseki started too late on this. even though what is doing is good. You have not said what is doing is not good, but you said what happened all this. Why did he leave it to this time? Yes. And as we speak, like I said before, none of them is being arrested. You know, if we are going to start implementing all these laws and all the previous offenders, the smelly things called themselves land grabbers, none of them is in jail, that means there's no need for it. That's my take on that. So I would like to go around again by starting with our brother, Mr. Alex. Then we move on so that we can round up. Thank you very much, leftists. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Najawa. Thank you, Mr. Lefties. Thank you, viewers, my fellow panelists. Thank you, everybody. As you know, the governor of Edo State, he just thinks that he is the first person to be born into this life. He's the only one that has sense, that can think. He just thinks because he's in government house today, life is finished. Nobody has brain. So anywhere that generates money is where you see this man. Now, all the demolition, all the bulldozing of houses is now he's coming out to say what he really wants. For people to come and register their lands before they build houses from now on, to come and get their C of O, which is a lot of money per plot or per building, depending on how vast it is. That means it's about the money. It's about the money. So this is what we have been saying. Are you telling me that Edo life doesn't matter? Edo life doesn't count? Why has he not mobilized now and arrest Fulani Esme over the killings? As we speak, Auchi Benin Road is still being taken over by Esme. They have mini republics. They are building tents, bringing their wives and families in that area. There are camps of these guys. They are killing people as we speak. The ones we are hearing, Apostle Suleiman, because he's a mega rich pastor, he's a popular pastor. What about the poor farmer whose wife was raped before his eyes and killed, and the man was also killed? What about the woman that spoke to you, Mr. Najawa, that her grandmother was raped by 8 Fulani men, a 78 years old grandmother? You can attest to that.
And the government didn't say anything about it in tomorrow.
So who is it trying to cajole? I don't understand. This guy obviously is a Fulani governor, from all indications. And we are not Fulanins. We are Edos. Benin Kingdom was a respected kingdom. We had embassy in Portugal. We had relationship with other kingdoms. If I must remind you, the government of Brazil, through their ambassador in Nigeria, wrote last 5 months to the Benin king, saying that they are very grateful that in 1821 or so thereabout, Benin Kingdom was the first country to send congratulatory messages to Brazil on their independence. That's how great Benin was. It stretched, it was a very vast kingdom, all the way to Ghana, all the way to present day Togo. So why is this governor rubbishing us, exposing us to killings? And now you see where he finally landed, that you must come and register your land. Money. So where is he going to with all the billions? Edo State budget only this year is 222 billion. Quote me anywhere. Fact check me. I'm talking from the side of a concerned citizen who needs justice and better governance. See, today we still have 11 House of Assembly members instead of 24 in a democracy. See, today we don't have local government chairmen. The grassroots people have been cut off. Edo State is not Benin City. What about the villages where you went to personally to canvass for their votes? You have abandoned them to Fulani killers because you intentionally brought them, having collected Ruga money from your principal in Abuja and his cousin who wants to be a president again. You are turning a blind eye to the spilling of Edo innocent blood. Who is in government house? We should fact check if we do not have a Fulani man as a governor. It's time to ask questions, my dear brothers and sisters. Who is this man? Let's go and check and dig into his profile again and again and again. Because we are human beings. We are not objects to be traded for monies or political friendship. You can't use Edo blood to trade for your businesses in politics. We are aware that, it's in the area of rumors that this guy was also responsible for the 1989-1990 plan where they killed people, a Ponzi scheme. So we have a lot of fuss about this guy. What is going on? So now he has taken government land back, demolished people's land unjustly. So the final take is that come and register your land from now on to generate more money. So it's all about the money. Nobody checks him on everything he does. No House of Assembly to pass laws. Who have been making laws? Who have been giving him bills to sign into law? Who are the grassroots? Where are the councillors? Who are in charge of the markets? How much is generated every day from Edo State? So these are questions that need to be answered. Our children are watching us. Is this the kind of life, the kind of government we want to give to our children? Is this the kind of Edo State we will give to our younger ones? A dictatorial Edo State? A mafia gang Edo State? A nepotic Edo State? A tyranny Edo State? A bulldozer Edo State? Political, picking up buildings and destroying them. It is the kind of life we are giving to them. What are we taught in school? School makes you a better person. School exposes you to be more human. School prepares you for the society to gain from you. School makes you think about environmental change, climate change. What has the government done about climate change? Agriculture is dead. Security is dead. Legislature is dead. What is going on? Primary schools they're all in decay. No, nobody's talking. Our government is too posh to go in the streets and monitor projects. All the road he has done have become, bad. And he gives a project, Edo project, without a monitoring team. He does not go to even check. For God's sake, he is not the first governor in Edo State. We had great governors, Ambrose Ali, Ambrose Folonshaw. This guy was always in the streets, always in the schools to see to projects, because these are Edo people projects. These are generational projects. I said it here before. The guy just came to make money, and we must keep mounting pressure on him, beaming the searchlight on him. Obaseki must tell us how he has been running the government without a complete House of Assembly, without local government chairman, and how he has been spending Edo money year to year, month to month, day by day. How has it been done? So, guys, I'm not carried away with this money-making venture. For me, human life matters to me than generating money for government. Monies we don't even know where they are going to. Individuals are ripping off in Edo State. They are just using us to make billions and cutting it away through different signatures, MOU, with companies we don't know who are in those companies. For example, recently, a newspaper that was built in 1968, before, oh my God, Edo State newspaper, Nigerian Observer, was also demolished. It was made a private-public partnership venture. Who is in the private part? Who is in the private side of this game? Who is getting part of these profits? A printing press was also installed, and our government spent 5 billion naira on whose benefit? The modular refinery. Who is enjoying it? The proceeds. Things are very expensive in the market. Our mothers are languishing under the scorching sun in the market. There are no loans for them to do their business. And our young men and women are just roaming around the streets without support. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we have a scam government that needs to be probed after its tenure is over. I hope the next set of leaders in Edo State don't come from its camp, so that probing will begin. I'm sure I look forward to an Edo State where we'll have leaders who are really from this land, not strangers who are imported from Dangote, from Lagos State, or from Abuja. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother Alex. Thank you. When it comes to projects, our attention has been drawn to so many projects are being dilapidated already, especially when it comes to roads. So we've promised that Nigeria Watch is going to go back to the street again. Remember, we used to be on the street recording everything, drawing the attention of the government to what they need to do. In the next 48 hours, Nigeria Watch will be back on the street again, especially right there in Benin City, to showcase what is currently going on in Edo State there for you. We promise that. It's a promise from me, and we're going to keep to that. Even before Alex stated it now, our attention will be drawn to it already, that the previous road that the governor, or rather the government did in Edo State are already dilapidating. So we need to go check this. I cannot really say anything about it yet until we go back to the street again, like we normally do, to check everything. Like they say, seeing is believing. Thank you very much. But when they also come to the project, some of the project that the federal government have abandoned in Edo State, the governor of Edo State came out, in fact, rather cried out that the federal government have abandoned some projects right there in Edo State, which I would like to carry along here. Let me look for it because to get this now might be difficult. But before that, I'd like to take a break so that I can prepare that for you. While I take this break, like the broadcast and help us to share the broadcast as well. Thank you very much, my people. God bless you all.
Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. For lights today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi yeah. Obi yeah. I'll be obedient and useful. Obi oh yeah, Obi
All right, thank you very much, my people. We're back again. Yes, that's the video right there. I was looking for it, finally got it. Thank you. I appreciate you all that have been with us since we're not going to be here again for long. So I'm going to give 1 minute for everyone to talk later on, or rather, for those that have not seen anything, like someone like Tunaja have not contributed at all. I know so you're not going to accept 1 minute from me. But meanwhile, let's quickly play this video so we can round up. Remember, we have another broadcast by 5 p.m. Okay, let's listen to this. I bet make help me share. Now God bless you. Now, this is the project that the federal government abandoned in Edo State there.
Abandoned sites. I mean, this is a grant from the Korean government. This is supposed to have been completed. Funding was made available. As usual, when it comes to federal government projects, they don't care. It's just absolute irresponsible approach to this. Is an educational institution that is supposed to train teachers to strengthen our our educational system. The Korean government gave a grant, and this project was supposed to have been completed over a year ago. Now it's been abandoned as usual. So I just pray that, this country does not continue like this. Because this is absolutely irresponsible. At this stage, at some point in time, if they don't complete it, we'll just possibly, the state will have to just take it over forcefully and complete it and use it.
Now wow. Okay. With the body language that I'm seeing from the governor of Edo State, he's already fed up. He's tired of APC and PDP. Just that he doesn't know how to come out plain to support Peter Obi, to be honest. Because it's obvious, if you're a normal human being, except you are an animal. If you're a human being, you should know that PDP and APC is not doing us anything good. To be honest, I'm sorry if I'm being rude. You have to be an animal for you to not know of seeing that the APC and PDP is the biggest problem that Nigeria, or rather Nigerians, are facing. Everybody knows this. Because of sentimentality, now my party, I make una they do what they do. Within your heart, you know the truth. That the people that you are clamoring for, the people you are calling to rule us again, they are the one killing us. It's obvious. Even them themselves, Buhari knows say APC not good. Buhari self will be president right now. He don't say your own party, they not good. You where they watch me, so if you not good, you don't know. Meanwhile, they talk. So if I not good, I not go no. We can deceive others, but we cannot deceive ourselves. That is just the fact. We can deceive the whole world, but lock yourself in your room. Look at your mirror. Ask yourself the question. APC, where they cry for? PDP, where they cry for? Are they really the good parties for Nigeria? You go see on your mirror, and I go first slap you. Tell you, say, you don't know before. Why are you asking silly question? We're deceiving ourselves. Mr. Tunaja, thanks very much for your patience with us. Please talk to us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And yeah, about Obaseki, when you guys were talking about him, what I thought to myself was that I don't know enough about him, because most of the stuff I hear is often negative. But when I looked at some of the things he's done, and in his campaign, he seems a little bit not clear cut. There's a gray area there that was on the sea. And just like the video he presented just now indicated, that he too seems to be showing signs of frustration with some of the things. It appears like he's honest with what he's saying there. And this is why sometimes we have to be careful, because people are very complicated. Things are happening all the time. And and I felt that I didn't have much knowledge to be able to describe his situation, in a Dale state there. Because I heard that he actually, put in place a mobile power plant, which is something I've been calling for. He did it in Edo State. And it's something that he could have done a lot more, but it's a sign that it's not able to. These things can be used to support all capitals in Nigeria to ensure they have 24/7 power supply, but our leaders are not doing it. They are relatively cheap to do. And the question is, does the president have the power to pass any law to force the systems and the funds to do that? If the president has the power, I don't know what the presidential powers are in Nigeria. Because why I think it's very important is because the president can do it the very next day when they get into office. So when they promise you that they're going to do something based on presidential powers, they can do them. And I noticed that even in America, they use that kind of tactics too. Because there are things like in the UK, I don't think the UK government has presidential powers like that, but in America they do. So they will be like, oh, are you going to reverse the Immigration Act that he passed against the Hispanics, stuff like that. So that once the president gets into office, they were expecting to meet that regularly. And some of them, before the end of the day, when they just win the election, they pass that law. And Nigerian presidents have presidential powers, but I don't know the nature. I wish there was somebody that can educate us on that. Because if they can, that could be one of the ways you can make demands of your politicians. Because now you can monitor them from the very first day they get into office, where they will do what the people wanted them to do. They will pass those, they use those powers to do those things. Because we have how to use power, the levels of power to force them to do what we want. So about Peter Obi, this is one thing I heard today has also even lent weight to the argument I made before about there needing to be a Southern Christian president in Nigeria right now, because of the fact that the Muslim ones generally are looking up to Mecca. They don't look up to the West. They don't care too much about, because they see them as Christians and heathens, whatever they want to call them. And they don't care, and because of that, it blinds them to the diaspora. That's the Nigerian diaspora, and even blinds them further to the greater diaspora that is out there. Clearly, what Peter Obi has done in Haiti, that is more than 12 years ago, indicates that he's very much alive to that. He knows that those things exist there. And these are our families that exist there. I know people that used to come on this planet that have lost, they said their grandfather's grandfather lost 7 people from their family. And only for them to go and find them with DNA tests in the diaspora. We have a larger family out there that we are not tapping into. In the case of the America, they have over $1.3 trillion that we are not tapping into at all. And not to mention this is in the Caribbean and the others. Even the Kenyans are even doing more for them than we are in Nigeria doing for them, because these northerners, they are totally focused on Dubai and Saudi Arabia. Instead of them to be looking at their own people, they are worrying about, to be fair, the southern leaders, they also go to London and Washington. But my argument was that Peter Obi seems to recognize that. And he has also talked about the diaspora, and, you know, when Nigeria sorted out, they will return home. He has that insight. Many of these leaders, like Buhari, doesn't care about that. That doesn't even come up on his radar at all. So that's something that lends weight to his argument, and the fact that he's already better than them is not good enough. Is good enough, not to mention the fact that he's also has that insight, and he also has empathy. Areas where there are disasters and all this stuff. I think it's very clear that he's by far the preferred candidate in this election. Anyone that seems to think that anything else is better really need to have their head examined, because the other day I was watching Tinubu. They played a video of him, I think 2010 or whatever time, and everything he was promising then is similar to now. There was no difference in tone. That's literally the same. The failures of the last 12 years is what he's promising again. And this is something that we have to be careful about. And Atiku is not even nowhere to be seen. It's a shame. It's really a shame, because we don't have a very rich field of candidates. For me, the 2 best candidates we have in this presidential campaign is Al Mustafa. The reason why I like Al Mustafa is because he is conscious of the national security challenges that we have. And that is a very, very serious thing that we have to be accountable for. In the case of this in Nigerians, the way we look at things, we tend to think that our own tribal or religious interest is different from our interest. The national interest always benefits the tribal interest. The racial interest always benefits the tribal interest. It's like a tide lifting all boats. If the nation does better, everybody does better. And this thing that we do, thinking that we are going to get our tribal interest and negate that of the nation, you are missing the point. Nobody cares whether you are in the middle belt or in England, whether you are in West Lothian or you are Scottish and all the rest of it. What they care about is you are in the family. We don't care from outside. Who cares whether this one is from Birmingham? This one is no. They're all English, because if England does well, they all do well. This cost of living crisis are hitting England right now. It's hitting every part of England because it's the whole country. So we have to start putting our own immediate tribal interest aside for the greater national interest, because it's actually for the greater tribal interest. Because when you look at it, it sounds as if it's counterintuitive, but it is true. If your nation does better, everybody else will do better. It's just that simple. And this thing that we really need to shift away from there, where we say, we don't feel empathy for the North. And they don't say it openly, but they say it by their implication. You hear some people saying, Kanu is not responsible for, he didn't do anything wrong. People died from the organization that he founded. People died. Soldiers, policemen, people doing their job, women, men, children. They died from the things that he did. And they keep saying court acquitted. The reason why the court acquitted him is because of rendition. That is a narrow aspect. That's a tiny aspect of what he has been accused of. We can't pretend as if just because an armed robber was arrested in an illegal way, an armed robber is innocent suddenly. But the process is what they're arguing about. That's why they said they should send him back to Kenya, not because he's acquitted for all the deaths and all the stuff that's
hold on. To Niger.
are you aware that there was another court drama where about only 7 was left? It's left from the previous counts. In essence, those counts that were thrown out by Justice Nyako includes what you're alleging right now. The substantive issues that you're talking about, that it's not the technical thing. The court threw out those counts. So address that in what you're saying.
Yeah. If they threw out the counts, you have to explain the reason why. You see, this is the thing that we do. We say they threw it out, but they don't tell us. The court will tell you why. Maybe they will say, oh, because the president, the government didn't show this evidence, or maybe the government didn't show that. That is what they are talking about. It's not the necessary. We all see. We cannot pretend. It's like saying the head of Boko Haram didn't commit anything because nobody saw him do anything. Did anybody see Boko Haram leader do anything? Nobody has seen him do anything, kill anybody with his hands. But it's just
I know,
as
but
guilty.
that's absurd. That's a bizarre comparison.
Okay,
No,
tell me why is it different, please?
The only thing I'm saying, because I get my turn, I don't want to interrupt you, and I know Elvis.
No, it's okay. If you can take my turn, I'll give you my turn. Just tell me why you think it is different.
Yeah. Before I address that, let me talk about what I questioned you earlier. There was over 15 counts, and the justice threw out those counts, the substantive issues.
Before we move on, sir, we move on, let's watch this video. Then so that we can actually talk on this properly. Just give me 1 second here. Let me put this video here concerning Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, that's it.
IPOP group. I mean, extraordinary.
Of course, the way he was abducted, the abduction is called extraordinary rendition. He was abducted not in accordance with the process. If you have any citizen you want,
this video was just a few hours ago. Okay, thank you.
To take out of a country, you go through extradition process. It's a judicial process. You don't just go and pick a human being and then bring that person to another country. Remember Umar Diko's incident in Britain also. So it was that extradition, process that this young man brought a case against, that it wasn't done properly. And then also the invasion of 2017. The court now assumed jurisdiction over the invasion, the unlawful invasion of 2017. Remember that Nnamdi ran away when he was pursued by the military, not by any court order. They just invaded his father's home. So that was clearly unlawful. So he brought these two cases together in the state high court. The court declined jurisdiction on the extradition. Beautiful. And said that it can assume jurisdiction on this other one that has to do with our local issues and for which state high court has jurisdiction, and then awarded a damage of 1 billion.
That was in January.
That was in January.
And now yesterday's.
Then the Ejimako himself, who happens to be the counsel who brought this matter, felt that the right thing now to do is to bring this extradition process, the extraordinary rendition matter, before the federal high court that has jurisdiction. So that was the one that was decided yesterday. The court now said, one, that it was very wrongful, contrary to local laws and international treaties, for the federal government to have taken Nnamdi forcefully from Kenya and brought him back to Nigeria in order for him to face his treasonable charges. So for doing that, she awarded 500 million against the federal government. So that is with regard to, these are civil cases. The one in Abuja is criminal. Nnamdi is charged for treasonable offenses, and before the federal high court in Abuja, 15-count charge. The legal team brought an application to dismiss all the charges for being incompetent. The court said that only 8 of them were incompetent, struck down 8, and allowed 7 to stand so that Nnamdi can face trial for the 7 charges.
Please, we should listen to this, just listen to this. Thank you.
They went on appeal over the 7-count charge that the court allowed. And the Court of Appeal now says, for bringing Nnamdi in a manner that was clearly a violation of his right, any other charge that stands on that issue of bringing cannot hold, that the court has no jurisdiction to try him. In other words, all the 7-count charge that was remaining was also knocked down. Okay. Meaning there is no charge, as I speak to you today, before any court anywhere against him. That is criminal now. That's at the Court of Appeal, Abuja, yes.
But then the federal government said he's discharged but not acquitted.
Or now,
acquitted, not discharged. Which one
you know, it's a matter of semantics. If you read, you need to read the judgment of that court, of the Court of Appeal. Even when beyond issue of discharge and acquittal, says that there is no other court that can even try Nnamdi with regards to this particular offense you have brought him back from Kenya. In other words, there is no charge today. If there is, when a court says you are discharged over a criminal charge, meaning there is no other charge even for you to continue the trial. So what do you mean by the issue of acquittal? Acquittal, yes, if you want to come back for another charge, fine, you can come back. That's what it means. You are not acquitted, you can be charged. But then the court even went further and said you cannot be charged brought before any other court in the land. Go and read that judgment of the Court of Appeal. So it even went beyond the issue of acquittal. You can't be brought as long as the process that brought him back has been rendered incompetent and invalid. You cannot try him today based upon the Court of Appeal unless the Supreme Court overrules.
But he also heard.
All right, thank you. All right, before we move on with Tunaja and Mr. Pansat, we have Alex here that have a question for Mr. Tunaja. Alex, please go ahead with your question. Mr. Alex, are you there? You need to unmute yourself. We can't hear you. Okay, Alex, you are not available right now. I would like me to move on now with Mr. Pansat. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. When Alex gets his connection back, he can interrupt at any moment.
Okay.
So, to Niger, let me just tell you, like that lawyer eloquently stated, there were 15 counts originally, right? So when their Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers made a preliminary objection seeking to quash the charges, the judge, Justice Yanko, threw out counts 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. Now, just to give you an idea, count 6 is he made a broadcast to attack officers of the Nigerian police force, right? So you just go down the 10, which would be those things you're talking about. Those have already been quashed and thrown out all the way back. I guess it was March. A federal high court in Abuja struck them out. So if you listen to that lawyer, he covered the rest of the ones that are thrown out because of jurisdiction and the manner in which they brought him back. And I'm telling you that they cannot charge him. Now, you, as a Nigerian, as an educated person, a smart person, a Democrat, you have to have respect for court judgments, whether it favors you or it doesn't favor you. Without that, then what do we have? We have a constitution. We have rights that are given to us even by God. Nnamdi Kanu is no different from anybody else. Now, why I said it was even more than bizarre, is beyond bizarre for you to compare Nnamdi Kanu to Boko Haram. It means you're not listening. Screw on your head right. Nnamdi Kanu has a right, just like you do, for self-determination. Do you have to agree with him? Do I have to agree with him? No. But he has that right to seek what he's seeking, which is he wants to be given a plebiscite for his people to determine if they want to be in an unjust country. Now, Boko Haram is a terrorist organization known all over the world. So this is not a topic because I still want to have time to talk about leadership and what we saw with P2B. As far as erosion, I want to talk a little bit about the leadership we need. But to have people like you, to Niger, constantly picking on us because we're from the southeast and we don't want to come on strong.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mr. Alex.
Alex, go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, Alex, go ahead. Alex, we can hear you. Go ahead. Oh, your network.
I think I'm having issues with my network. I'll come back. Okay. Just continue, sir.
Okay, come back. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. So
I thought you were due to ask a question. You are making a
Should I
whole
go ahead?
tribe now.
No. You asked
Alex,
me a
can you hear
question.
me?
Okay, Mr. Tunaja. So, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes. I can hear you.
Okay, let Alex come back. I will have to remove him so that I can come back. All right, Mr. Tunaja, I would like you to finish so that Mr. Pansat can have enough time to talk as well. Mr. Tunaja, you have the floor.
Yeah, from what he has said, he just didn't listen to what the guy just said. He just completely ignored it. And this is the blind spot that they have. And he called me intelligent, and I'd like to thank him for that. But at the same time, I don't care about being intelligent. I would rather care about being right. What was just said clearly states that because of the rendition, he rendered 7 counts against him null and void, and which to me is actually technically stupid, because how is it that in brought back inside the country, you decide that no matter how grave the offenses are, it's completely irrelevant because the process that they used to bring him is the issue? Is this not the same way criminals and corrupt politicians get away with stuff? This is the way we complain about, that we know this guy stole money, but they will use technicality. Oh, they didn't submit their paper on time. They didn't do this. They didn't do that, and rule everything, throw everything out. And this is the thing they don't do in the West. The West, they always understand the greater good. They always know where the danger is and go after it. This is the reason why Assange is not free today. Not because they couldn't have released him, because they don't want another person to go and do it again. Edward Snowden had to run from America to Russia. Russians kill American their own citizens in the UK. Americans rendition people all the time from country to country, but somehow we are the only ones into the rules that don't even exist. We don't put our country first. We put every other rule first. Because the UN called for the release of Kano, oh, Nigerian government, we are all trembling. They also called for the release of Assange. You see the UK government release Assange? Assange had to hide inside an embassy for years, shitting and pissing on the wall of that embassy, losing his mind. And we sit here, we know this person did all this, but because of the technicality of how he's arrested, let's be honest with ourselves. If you want to build a country, you have to learn to set your own narrow tribal insights aside, because I consider it a narrow one. You are not seeing that they are trying to build a country. We are all trying to build a stronger country. We all say we want, but what it requires you to do is to set your own narrow tribal interests aside. There is a reason why a northerner will hear the same case and think Kano is guilty. And there's a reason why a southerner will hear the same case and think he is not. Because we are all embracing our own narrow tribal interests. That is the problem with the way we approach things. And we pretend as if we are not doing it, but yet we are doing it because it should be an objective truth somewhere. Because otherwise it's going to be he said, she said, he said, she said. The truth is, the reason why they dismissed all those things, the guy said it just now, it's because of the rendition, this thing, period. It's not even a debate. I will leave it at that. And I'm not a hater of the South or the Southeast. I can tell you right now, I have an Igbo blood flowing in my veins. So don't tell me that I hate the South. I don't hate the South. If an Igbo man talks right now, I will hear what they are saying. But you have to set your own personal narrow interests aside. Then focus on the greater good, because if Nigeria does better tomorrow, are we all not, thinking that the judges are making the right decisions right now? I've seen a Nigerian judge remove a governor from office. And we say the country is in total chaos. We don't praise the good things. We don't encourage things. But when we see the one that favors us, that's the one we encourage. And the one that doesn't favor us, we just say, oh, no. It's complete rubbish, because everything is narrow tribal interests. And if you ask some of these people, what do they care about Nigeria? Many of them don't truly care. They really don't. They don't even care about the black people at all.
Okay.
They will tell you that they care about the greater good. The greater good. How about those men that have died? How about the police that have died? How about the soldiers that have died? How about the young people that have died? How about the women that have died? Because of the recklessness, when we should be focused on our true enemies, our greater enemies that are stealing, that is sucking the nation dry.
All right.
And then
can I come in, please?
Kanu is the head of IPOB that has led to deaths of a lot of people, and we just say, oh, you know what, he's innocent anyway. Even if there's no job, even if there's no court, are you going to sit there and say he's innocent?
Okay.
Najawa, please, can I come in?
Let Mr. Alex ask you some questions. Just hold on. Mr. Alex, go ahead.
I understand a lot of us have affiliations with those in power. I understand one way or the other we are benefiting from the happenings in Nigeria. IPOB did not start today. Nnamdi Kanu's Eastern Security Network was not formed out of nothing. It was a child of necessity. What went on before he formed that network? Are you even hearing yourself, Mr. Tunaja? Did you know the killings going on before that thing was set up? The killings, this Fulani, cleansing nationwide. So we should fold our hands. What about the Yorubas who formed their own? Amatekun. Or the Benis who formed their own? Edo Vigilante. What are you talking about? For God's sake. Who is the most dangerous set of humans in this country just now? If not the government and their Fulani killers. Did Nnamdi Kanu just wake up and just form that thing? Was he born yesterday? Did the Nigerian government start yesterday? Why didn't he form it before then? For God's sake, your government was killing people, and the guy formed a network to protect his people. In a crossfire, anything can happen, my brother. Don't blame a man who just came to bring back the fires of Odumengo Juku. Are you more brilliant than the man who formed Biafra?
Calm down.
So no. I did not interrupt you. I'm still talking.
Hold on.
Was Nnamdi Kanu responsible for the killings at Lekki Toll Gate? Did he kidnap the railway that was going from Kaduna to somewhere? Was he also the one that did that? I don't understand you. The kidnapping and the ransom collection, is it the one responsible? Your leaders have been the one. They just want to borrow money. They want to instill fear on everybody by killing people. So the few guys like Sunday Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu, Sowore, and so on and so forth that came out to talk, you are not brandishing them demons. Who are the real demons? No investigation. There's no arrest. There's no trial. How many Fulani killers have been tried? Man, I don't know the planet you came from. If you are really in this country, if you are really a Nigerian, I don't know. May God have mercy on you. May the blood of these people, may the God of Nnamdi Kanu forgive you.
Okay.
I'm not an Igbo man.
Alice, hold on, please. Hold on. Would you to take it too personal? Just hold on, please. Mr. Tunaja, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask him a quick question. You know, Kanu is very much alive, so his blood is not on anyone's head. As a matter of fact, he may have 500 million right now that I don't know. The question is
talking about the innocent people that have died.
Okay, good. The innocent people that have died, obviously, nobody wants anybody to die in this country. And the same thing that he described that the federal government is doing to the southeast, like in the north, there was a day that they killed 1,000 people in the north, northerners. Are you going to say, because, and as a matter of fact, even the founding of Boko Haram started from a killing too. Are you going to say that, is he going to sit there and say, okay, Boko Haram is justified to be attacking Nigeria? That's my question.
Can I answer you now?
Yes, go ahead, Alex.
My dear brother, you are far away, for example, like this guy was in UK, and he's seeing things happening one-sided. The government is not arresting anybody. He made a phone call, he made a live broadcast, and asked for a network to be formed to protect his own tribe. What crime has he committed? All the Amateku in the West, are they also criminals? Did they also have a treasonable felony? Your number one killer, your number one enemy is Buhari, that has borrowed money with your 10th generation of born children, you that is talking, me and you. Nnamdi Kanu is just a child of necessity. The real killers are the Fulanis. How many have been tried? A just man, just like Jesus Christ, among the three thieves,
The question is
he's
about
been
Boko Haram.
tried for nothing. So the point is this: the fact that they are killing people in the north, it doesn't justify it in the east or in the south.
Okay, Mr. Tunaja,
For me, these people know what they are doing.
Mr. Alex, please hold on. Mr. Tunaja, are you aware that repentant Boko Harams were freed from the prison? Are you aware?
Yes, I'm aware of that. And to be fair,
No,
even in
these are-
Niger Delta, the
Okay,
same thing
hold
happened
on.
with them.
Hold on. These are Boko Harams that openly took other people's lives. They have killed so many people and they were freed. So can you compare? Because for me, I'm not too sure what Nnamdi Kanu have done, but can you compare whatever you think Nnamdi Kanu have done to what these Boko Haram have done?
See, I'm not here to prosecute Nnamdi Kanu. I'm just what it is. Nnamdi Kanu is the head of a group that has been responsible for a lot of loss of life in the southeast. Boko Haram is responsible. The leader Shakau is dead now. He's responsible for a group that has caused the death of a lot more lives.
How are you sure he's dead? Do you have the proof that he's dead? Do you have the proof?
So is he living in Sheraton? Okay, maybe. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know better than I do. But all I know is that the report says that he's dead. We have to go with what we know. And he has not showed up on any YouTube videos, talking about Western education. So we take it that he's dead. So if he's dead, and the question I asked you is that, are you going to say Boko Haram is justified because of the killings in the north? Because there was one day, the soldiers in the north killed 1,000 Muslims. Because that's the question I asked. The reason why I ask you this question is
Mr. Tunaja, who is in charge of the armed forces of the country? Who is in charge? Who is the federal government?
But that is not the question, though. I'm saying you are.
Okay, what are they doing about it? They're doing about arresting people, bringing them to justice, parading them.
But you are not answering the question. You see that you see this is the blind spot we have. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You're not answering the question.
All right,
are you going to say Boko Haram is justified?
Okay, Mr. Tunaja, let me move on now to Mr. Pansat. He might be able to answer your question.
Nnamdi Kanu did nothing. We are being brainwashed to believe he's a demon. He did nothing, my dear brother.
Okay, Mr. Alex, please just hold on. Let others speak.
Nnamdi Kanu did nothing.
Mr. Pansat, go ahead.
All right. Thank you, by the way, Mr. Alex. It feels so good when we're all in brotherhood and we're trying to make the country better, our race better, Africa better, Black people better. And to Mr. Tunaja, I'm very, very disappointed in you because, first of all, earlier in the last couple of months, you bring in substance to a debate by looking at playing devil's advocate. And there's nothing wrong with that. We revel in it and we engage you in a debate. But now you're playing the devil. The terms that you haven't issues
address
with.
the point, don't address
I am, please. Mr. Elvis, try to really hold this guy to order and have him, let him have some respect. Now, let me say to you that normally, all these terms that we're joking around, for example, extradition, it's an action where from one jurisdiction, a suspect or a person is transferred to another jurisdiction. That's an order for it. The most wicked thing somebody can do is if, say, somebody's running away from a state. Forget about Nigeria now. Any country where you have a military dictatorship or whatever, and they escape, or they're killing women, or they're mutilating women, and they escape, go to another place, and then that country can just go by all means necessary and pick up that person. You wouldn't like that. So there's order. In the case of extraordinary rendition that we're talking about here, it's just a euphemism for state-sponsored forcible abduction in another jurisdiction, and then transfer the person to a third state, in this case from Kenya to Nigeria. So the phrase usually we're not talking about the legalities, but I just want you to have an idea of what that is. Earlier, I told you that Nnamdi Kanu's case had gone through a process in our country where a judge looked at the counts from 1 to 15 and sorted them out legally throughout the ones where it doesn't apply with our laws. Somebody could be making a broadcast in Britain just by jurisdiction alone. You don't have the right to charge somebody on a crime that committed outside of your jurisdiction. So, but whatever technical term that was, or whatever the substance was, the judge threw those out. And that's the ones you were referring to. Now, it remain the ones that has to do with extraordinary jurisdiction. So for you, I believe that now you've stepped in way out there. You crossed the line. Nnamdi Kanu is not comparable to Boko Haram, no matter what you're smoking. It's absurd, bizarre for you to always come here talking nonsense. Now, some of the stuff you talk about sometimes.
No, please. Stay mute, please, Mr. Joseph Orji. Stay mute. Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
So we've got a country where everything is hard. It's better for us to stay focused on the laws. We have to trust the courts. They've made a decision. But what you are actually doing here with me on this platform is to come here, try to compare Nnamdi Kanu to Boko Haram. That is an outrageous thing to do. You're going to have some respect, no matter what you're smoking. He has a right to seek a plebiscite for the future of his people. You don't have to agree with him. He can do it by force, but developed countries do it all the time. Scotland tried to disintegrate from the United Kingdom. And they went in there and they lost. So seeking that itself is not like Boko Haram. Terrorists killing your people, our people, killing Nigerians by terrorism.
You mean burning down police stations and INEC offices is just throwing flowers at them, eh?
Well, that has been litigated, and he's found innocent of doing those things. That is not the issue. Civil disobedience or people rioting or doing something, that's totally different from terrorism. We know what terrorism is. If you want, I could define it for you. Yeah, those unfortunate activities go on everywhere in the world. People riot, people protest, and do things that are not right. It's just like you're trying to blame the victim. You don't even know who's burning down those buildings. You have no idea.
They have been arrested. Like, see, I'm not saying Kanu's case is as extreme as that of Boko Haram. I'm just saying the reasons why they do their things is similar justification we give in the South that they are giving in the North too.
No, hold on.
And I don't think we should be doing that.
Hold on. I listened to you for a second. Others want to speak. So let me reclaim my time and tell you something. Okay? You have your people here. This is not my platform. You have fans who like the way you talk or whatever it is they like. But I'm asking you from today, screw on your head right. There is no moral equivalence between, let's say, people who are protesting on Lekki Toll Gate or people who are looking for Oduduwa Republic or people who are even looking for Biafra compared to terrorists like Boko Haram or the Herdsmen. That's no moral equivalence. So stop doing that here. We all condemn violence, we condemn unfortunate incidents, but do not ever come up here trying to muddle up the waters and try to create a moral equivalence. But let me just actually ignore you and talk about what I was going to talk about before. But whenever you see me on a platform, screw on your head right. This is the only several time I'm going to be dealing with you. From now on, I'm going to deal with you.
You didn't even address the point. You talk as if you're smart, but it's not. You didn't address the point.
I'm not. I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to talk about the leadership qualities we're looking for this next election. I'll run through those very quickly, and I'll give up the floor. Let me just say that in this election, what I want my fellow citizens, Nigerians, to do is to look at all those who are running. Try to look at the leadership. We saw the video that Niger Watch played with P2B and what he did in his state 8 years ago or so with erosion. He was doing it not to get votes or create obedience. He was doing it genuinely. You could see it in his face. So we need somebody who has spiritually true, strong faith. We're going to need that in this leadership out of those three that are running. Somebody who have the quality of a president, strong abiding faith in God. We're going to need a president who has a strong character, the solidity of the virtue, faith, and goodness at the core of that individual out of those three that are running. We're going to need a wise president whose wisdom is far deeper than having information about things. It's knowing the inner nature and workings of things, understanding the relationships between living elements of life itself. We're going to need somebody who's humble. The first reality that any intelligent and enlightened man should know before even running for office of the president of Nigeria is that the job is essentially an impossible one. And it's so beyond him or her. Without humility, it's going to be ineffective in whatever they do. So we're going to need somebody who's a defender of natural rights, civil liberties, and constitution, like we're talking about right now with 2Niger. The cornerstone of understanding freedom of Nigerians is that it exists within a context of purposeful living that supports life, liberty, and happiness. We're going to need a passionate president. We're tired of passionless politicians who care more about their political correctness agendas and stuff like that. We need a president with passion. We need a president who's creative. Let me just run through them. We're going to need a president who's patriotic. A president who's vision-driven. Somebody that looks at what it's recommended at the United Nations, what other countries have done. Practical experience. Somebody who's courageous. At the very heart of Nigerian future today, we're going to need somebody who's very, very courageous. Somebody who's personable, who's smart, team-oriented person, somebody who has knowledge, an independent thinker, an effective communicator. Communication is not just speaking good English. Communication is the key to making others know and feel what you know and feel. The skill of relaying precise information that is vital to life. So we're going to need somebody who's also flexible. We don't need any other dictators. Somebody who's experienced, whose mettle has been tested, been in executive position, and we see what kind of character they have. Tested. And of course, socially conscious and compassionate. Environmentalist. Somebody who is physically efficient and sound. We know that that is very important today. A lot of money is wasted in governance. So a problem solver, somebody who's inspiring and progressive. So with that, I yield the floor. Thank you very much, Elvis. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Pansat. I appreciate you. We have more people right here. Before I come back to Mr. 2Niger, please just hold on. Let me hear from others. We have Chibuzo Adi. Thanks very much for joining us. Good afternoon to you. I would like you to talk to us, sir.
Yeah. Good day, everyone. Good day, everybody listening.
Thank you.
Right. There is something I just want to mention about what 2Niger said. But before I start that, I'm a Biafran, but I'm not a pro-Biafran. I have my reason for that. The last speaker was insulting 2Niger. I quite understand that in this platform, insult is a crime in this platform.
Yeah.
And I believe that everybody understands that. There is something every government acknowledge. Inciting violence is a crime. Even though you didn't pull the trigger, it's a crime for you to incite violence. There was something too Niger was mentioning, and which makes sense, but the other man did not understand. He was just supporting Nnamdi Kanu with rage. What happened is, he mentioned something. He said, when you look at the head of Boko Haram, you never see him kill anybody. But his speech killed a lot of people. The speech of that very man, just a speech he made, he killed a lot of people. Nnamdi Kanu, at the same time, he never killed anybody. But the speech he made, a lot of people goes down. And we need to take this as a note that inciting violence is a crime in any part of the world. Everywhere you go, it's a crime. We need to acknowledge that. But what happened is, there is a lot of crooked injustice that is happening right now in Nigeria. Even Buhari himself, when you mention terrorism, terrorism is not somebody who carry bomb and go and blow somebody. Your own child can terrorize you. How does it terrorize you? By making you restless, making you uncomfortable in your home. He's terrorizing you. It does not mean he must kill you before you name him a terrorist. He's not a terrorist, but the way he makes you uncomfortable, he's terrorizing your peace. He's terrorizing your territory. That is what Niger was trying to make. I'm not saying that Kanu is a very bad person. After all, he is fighting for something that is injustice in Nigeria. Not only for Biafra, for the whole Nigeria. But now, a lot of people have died on the process of this, which is a sacrifice. In the north, which is the Boko Haram carried their own also, a lot of people have died. What are they agitating for? The same bad government. Because Boko Haram did not wake up and say, no, Nigeria must not rest today. Something happened. There was a communication that went wrong. And that is why you see all this instability are happening around Nigeria today. You see, when you look at the judgment of Nnamdi Kanu, the court have freed him comfortably. But due to that crooked judgment that Nigeria is having, that's why they still keep him in custody. They don't want to release him. And that make every Nigerian know that there was an injustice in Nigeria. If there was a Boko Haram fighter that caught in the same manner, by now, they could have jailed him, and in the night, they will they will break the jail and release the people, they will run away. Or they will integrate them back to our military force, you know. So, what Niger was saying is, the manner, maybe the way Kanu was, you know, broadcasting around the world, incited a violence that happened to kill a lot of innocent people who doesn't even know about this politics that we are talking about right now. The same thing application happened to in a Yoruba land when Igboho was doing his own. The same thing happened in the north. You see, but this men that is inciting this violence never carry gun one day. None of them have carried guns and kill anybody. But just the word they mentioned, anything they said, people pick it up and cause violence. And that is why all these things now became a terrorized state. All these people are terrorizing the state. Terrorism is not about bombing or throwing this into anybody. So that is what is called terrorists in any form of way you understand it. So what happened is sometimes when we come to this platform, I don't like the way some people react or approach some certain issue. take it personal, insulting all the other opponent. It's not fair. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't subscribe to that. Please, when we are in this platform, when we are making an argument, let us not take it personal. Let us argue because we are here to learn. There are some certain things we are talking here, a lot of people don't know, but today they know it. You see? So when we are in this platform, let us be human, try to educate ourselves and learn what we don't know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your submission right there, Mr. Shibuzo Adi. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you because everybody have to see things in a different ways. I understand you, and I like the way you brought it in your own dimension by saying that the speech alone can activate and trigger killings. So not that they have actually killed anyone by themselves, but they have followers, and their followers listen to them. So whatever they say is what their followers react to. So I really, really agree with that. Thank you for bringing that up. And that's why I normally say all the time on this platform that we all are learning. It's a platform where me, myself, I come here to learn from you guys. Trust me. Anybody who comes here who think that, oh, Mr. Elvis know everything, I'm gonna go listen to her, then you failed. Trust me, because me myself, I'm here listening to you guys all the time. I learn from you guys. I jot things down. I have pen and paper with me here. It's just an education. So thank you very much for coming up to bring that up for us here. Let me listen to other people, but please, guys, help us to share this broadcast. You people stop sharing, and the like as well. Just press like, the thumbs up right there on your screen. It's just the front of you. Press like. It's a thumbs up. Press it, and we'll take it from there. Thank you very much. All right, we have Engineer Ken with us. Engineer Ken, good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, my brother. Good morning, Enjoy Watch. And good morning, my co-parents, and good morning to the world. I can say the platform is on fire.
Yeah.
To God be the glory. The truth is this. Nnamdi Kanu is a great man, but he overstepped his boundary. When he started, I supported him. I love that Biafra wants to come back. They want to have their own region. They want to do their own thing. It's a good thing. But why I disagree with Nnamdi Kanu was he started taking out his own people. He stopped killing Fulanis, X-Men. Then he started killing the Igbos. We need to see the death in the East. His fellows Igbo men. The other day, no gunmen, all of them are all existing in the eastern part of Nigeria. About a couple of months ago, when we watched the army lady, she and her husband, these are Igbos, but because that they are serving in the Nigerian army, they were beheaded. By the same the Easterners security network. They were beheaded. So Nnamdi Kanu is a genesis of this great atrocity that is happening in the East. How which it remains and stay by Fulani S-men that are killing people in the East, is start hunting them down, just like what Sunday Oburu did in the Yoruba land. That will be perfect. I strongly believe that the reason why they are not letting him go, don't be surprised that most of the Igbo men, most of the big boys in the East, most of them that are either in the police or the DSS or the military, maybe those ones are the one under it. Aiding the Nigerian government not to let him go, even though the court have ruled him out that he should be discharged. But those ones are the ones hiding behind it. It might be true. Those guys are the one hiding behind it. Because Nnamdi Kanu have said a lot of things that have activated a lot of angers that made things happening. About last year, I listened to one of his brokers that he was telling them that they should come to Benin, that the Biafrans in Benin should rise up, go to police station, burn it down, take the weapons in police stations. And I believe that majority of us here today that is on this platform, we heard that brokers. We heard it. That wasn't right. A lot of police stations were burned down. A lot of people were killed. And these are the innocent people that are not Fulani S-men. Right now in the East, on Sunday is not, on Monday is not going area. On Monday, it's not going area. On Monday. So why?
And Engineer Ken, the painful part of it now is that even in the East, they are preparing, warming up now that there's not going to be election there for Peter Obi. You know, now my question is, what are they fighting for then?
Okay, thank you. Because Nnamdi Kanu, he has caused this thing. You know, in this life that we are, to destroy is one of the most easiest thing to do. But to fix, to build is very hard. Okay, look at right now. Obama took out Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden did not carry a gun to shoot one person one day. But by speaking out, you know, by saying a lot of evil things, by telling them that, oh, it's Islamic rules, go kill this, it's your right. When you kill this person, you have 21 virgin waiting for you in heaven. You know, saying all these things, making people to be mentally sick, to go ahead and start killing people. The same thing that Nnamdi Kanu have done.
Yeah, excuse me. Let me come in here a little bit.
Okay, Engineer Ken, thank you so much.
Let me just pause. I'm not done yet, but let's
please.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you come back. Yeah.
I wanted to respond to what you said and also what Evis said. There's a lot of trash in all that statement because the Nigerian government looks at Nnamdi Kanu as an enemy, and it's their right and duty to charge him with all those things you're talking about. You cannot be dealing with the charges you wish. You have to deal with the charges you actually have. If you did those things, charge him to court. That's what the courts are there for. Now, you could live in La La Land and you don't want to look at Nigeria holistically. Is it Nnamdi Kanu killing people in Yoruba land? Is it Nnamdi Kanu that Governor Ortom is complaining about?
My friend, don't
hold on. Please.
Listen, no, it's my time.
Please, can I comment? Mr. George, can I comment, please?
All right. Mr. Pansat,
Yes,
Pansat,
sir.
you
Yes,
must
sir.
remember that this is the time of Engineer Ken. He only allowed you to quickly go on, or except you want to wait, let him finish.
Please, can I comment?
I was gonna ask
Hold
a
on,
question
hold on.
after I frame it.
Okay, no. Ask him questions straight
Okay.
away. Let him finish his session.
Okay.
Then it comes to you. Okay, please go ahead with the question.
Engineer Ken, as you sit there right now,
yes,
do you have any evidence of who the unknown gunmen are? Because if you do, wouldn't you then give them a name? They won't be unknown. You don't know who that unknown gunmen are.
Can I also ask him a question, Mr. Najawash? I have a question, please.
Okay, all right. Hold on, Mr. Pansa. Thank you very much for your question. It will get
Please
to
have a question.
and expatiate properly. Before I come to Engineer Ken, Mr. Alice, go ahead. You said you can answer that question. Go ahead.
Yes. I also want to ask Engineer Ken a question. Before Nnamdi Kanu gave orders that Eastern Security Network should be formed, we are taking our eyes off the ball that something was happening in Nigeria generally. Though everywhere, everybody was complaining of the massive rampant killings. And are you aware of this? That the killings were so bad that people started forming different networks. And also, are you also aware, allegedly, that the federal government, just the way they also infiltrated NSAS, they infiltrated the East and formed their own or no government. That the government, some of the politicians are the one sponsoring these things so that to label Eastern, not the Kanus people as being the one doing these things. There are a lot of intrigues into all these things. The guy is a good man for me.
Okay, no, when it comes to what you just said, before Ejineke, please hold on. Mr. Alex, when it comes to what you just said, that the government cannot be trusted. They might be the one behind those people killing people in the east and all that. Yes, I will succumb to that. Why? Because the Nigerian government have never ever been trusted. But the situation right now is that I've saw series of videos where people have been, like what Ejineke was saying, where people have been beheaded and they were speaking Igbo throughout that video. And I've seen where they were cutting a lady's breast and all that. They were speaking Igbo throughout properly, on all this. So are you going to say that the government went to train people how to speak Igbo before they went on that mission?
They have a lot of their puppets in the east, like Governor Hope, like Governor Hope Uzodinma. It's a federal government. A lot of senators and governors are working for the Fulani government in Abuja, just like our Edo state government. So they can do anything. If they could, if you treat NSAS, they just brandished Nnamdi Kanu a demon because he was exposing everything they were doing with the Fulani agenda, with the ethnic cleansing. You can't come to my land and kill people.
Mr. Alex, hold on. It will come to your time where you can have enough time to analyze this. Let Mr. Ejineke finish. Okay, Ejineke, go ahead. Just round up now. Thank you.
Okay. See, I want to refresh back Mr. Njawa's memory. About 3 years ago on this very platform, we cried out when there were Fulani killings all over Nigeria.
That's right.
Nnamdi Kanu did a very great thing. But right now, the overstep is bounding. I can tell you, apart from what we see in videos, what we see people sharing it online and everything, there are a lot of things that we can't post on this platform because of YouTube or Facebook. Voila. Another thing, about 2 months ago, my senior driver, we loaded a diesel, about 60,000 liter diesel, about 5 of them from Calabar. We're going to Obajana. Because of the bad road in Bahasa, we have to go through the east. They were robbed by unknown gunmen. And these guys, they were all Igbos. That one is one. My own kid brother, my last born, that lives here in the US with me, he wanted to get married last year to an Igbo girl. They did their wedding here. They wanted to do a native law and custom in the east. The lady's parents were way in the east. They flew from America down to the east. But I stopped my family from going. My family were ready, plane ticket was ready, but I stopped them from going because I don't know what will happen. I don't know what will happen because I've seen a lot of series of videos that people will be in the party doing wedding or something like that, or no gunmen will come in and just open fire and kill them. These are Igbos. So that is my take.
Even before I came from Nigeria right now, I have a very close friend as an Igbo man who told me, because normally at December he goes to the east to celebrate with his family. But 2 days before I came to the United Kingdom, he came to me and said, Elvis, I'm not sure I'm going to the east this December, and I'm going to certainly miss you on because you're not going to be around. I said, why are you not going? He said, my parents told me not to come because it's not safe out there. So the reason why I'm saying this is that the killings are still going on there. The threat is still going on. And currently, people from there are saying that election will not stand for Peter Obi. So Peter Obi is an Igbo man. And my question is, hold on, please. Hold on. Because it's getting to 5 now. We are going to be here till 5. I'll end this show. We start Kash's show with this exact topic. because we need to analyze this properly today. You know, I want to know why. I understand where Mr. Pansat is coming from, where Mr. Tunaja is coming from, where Engineer Ken, Alex, everybody's coming from. But if you check it properly, the togetherness, the spirit of togetherness is not really there, especially from the East. What is happening? Because if you check it, you know, the same platform here, we saw one or two Igbo man who left here to another channel and start scandalizing Peter Obi. What is happening is my question. Go ahead, Mr. Engineer Ken.
I would like to answer that question, by the way, at some point.
No, hold on, sir.
Just hold on. So my submission is this. Nnamdi Kanu has to make a statement. He has to make a broadcast and tell them to stand down. He has to tell the Eastern Security Network to hold their fire. He has to tell them that they should stop one another. He has to tell them that they should let the election to hold in the East, so that all of them should vote for Peter Obi, because we have the same meaning that Owakariomie, meaning that when you woke up to see your house. So if your house is on fire, you're done. You're done. So I don't know what these guys want. I don't know what would be the benefit of Nnamdi Kanu if about 6 to 7 states in the eastern part of Nigeria did not participate in this election. You know, so it's going to be a big problem.
But
it's going to be a big problem.
Don't you think that what Mr. Alex was saying, that it could be the Nigerian government that is forming these people up, that is actually killing?
Yes, it might be. It might be. If Nnamdi Kanu should speak up, if Nnamdi Kanu
can't speak up from the prison, how do you expect him to speak up from the prison?
My brother, that says that if you want to eat with the devil, you have a long spoon. With special arrangement, devil can still
come in here
in Nigeria.
This forum is being dominated by
this guy can write a letter.
Engineer Ken and everybody else has been talking. Nobody else talks.
Let me finish up my time.
Hold on, sir. He's going to round up now. Hold on.
Let me round up.
I'm coming to you right away. In 1 minute, please.
Yeah, if Nnamdi Kanu want to speak up in the court, that he has that moment to tell the Eastern Security Network to cease their fire. They should stop killing anybody. They should let peace to come into the East. That they should let the election to hold in the East. That he give them 24 hours to surrender their weapon and to change their heart out. If he should do that, and there's still more killings, they will know that this is not Nnamdi Kanu group anymore. This is the federal government.
Thank you, Engineer Ken.
Thank
you so much for your time. Everybody, please hold on. Let's go to others that have not said anything at all. Like I said before, don't worry, we are not rushing. Everybody's gonna have the time to say whatever they want to say today. Without, there's no time limit at all. When we get to 5 o'clock, I'll make sure the other broadcast is already running. I will end this. We all will just come there straight away. So we are not going to wait for like 2 seconds for that to be set up, so that we can iron this today. Because for me, I think everybody have a point, but we need to get it right. So I would like to move on now to Joseph Oji. Joseph Oji is with us here. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Are you ready to talk to us, sir? Joseph Oji is with us here. Good evening. Joseph Oji, sir, we are hearing ourselves back from your end.
I am.
We are hearing ourselves back from your end. Oh. Okay, please, you need to rejoin us. Join us again. Okay. Before we have Joseph Oji back again, because I guess our system is being affected right there. I would like us to hear from Silvanus A. Silvanus A, good afternoon to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. I don't know if it's evening here, morning, and afternoon, evening to you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Okay. Good afternoon. Good morning. It is morning here in US. Good morning, everybody. Yes, I haven't been listening for so long, but I did quite listen for so long, and I had a lot of people. First of all, let me address the part that Onongo men and all this and all that and all that. Yeah, unknown gunmen. They call themselves unknown gunmen. We don't know who these people are. Okay. First of all, you can't just accuse Nnamdi Kanu that he's responsible for unknown gunmen. I went to Nigeria this year in June and I came back. I'm from the East. I'm from Enugu State, per se. I was scared more of the kidnappers than the unknown gunmen. But the unknown gunmen, they are killing everybody else. One of the senators, just escaped dead. The other pastor now, Suleiman, people were killed. All this. These are unknown gunmen. To tag them Igbos only. I'm not saying the Igbos are not involved anyway. But these are not people. Nobody is sure who these unknown gunmen are. They could be the agent of the government to tag the ESN that Nnamdi Kanu created by people. They could be anybody. So just don't tag that to Nnamdi Kanu that unless he's proven, which nobody has been able to do that. Back to what Engineer Ken said about Nnamdi Kanu coming out to condemn. Nnamdi Kanu came out from jail and addressed this. They said, all these people, or even the sit down at home on Mondays, is not allowed. Even the IPOB people condemn that people should be coming out. And these criminals continue to enforce that. These are not, nobody has been able to prove that these people are people from Nnamdi Kanu, because Nnamdi Kanu condemned it too. So all these things are the things that people are putting on Nnamdi Kanu without any proof. I disagree with that. And again, going back to Two Niger, I have listened to Two Niger many times. I think, without insult, I think Two Niger is an agent of the government because he's always on the government side all the time. I have not seen him come out and criticize anything that government does. He will always come and be on their side. So I don't know where Two Niger is. He said he's in the United Kingdom, but he's probably in Nigeria. Nobody knows. I don't have a way to approve it. But he's part of the government. He's part of this ruling government that is devastating the rest of us who are Nigerians. Okay? So I do not agree with Two Niger. He has not made one point in this platform that I agree with, because he's always on the other side of this, on the other side of the aisle. I don't agree with him. So all these things we're putting on Nnamdi Kanu, I don't agree with unless there's a proof. But for Nnamdi to advocate for Biafran state or free, whatever, that's his right. That's not the reason why they should keep him in jail. And then we are talking about Two Nigerians talking about all this and all this. Look, why do we have democratic government when we have three arms of government: executive, judiciary, and legislation? And then the executive is doing everything. What we have in Nigeria right now is dictatorship, it's military. Buhari just came to power as a military man in civilian uniform because he does not abide by the tenet of democracy. Tell me what he has done. He does whatever he wants. And everybody keeps quiet. The only way I'm angry with we Nigerians, including myself, is that everybody kept quiet. Everybody kept quiet when Buhari's administration is doing whatever they want to do and getting out of it. When Goodluck Jonathan was dead, everybody was calling him all kinds of names, clueless. There's nothing they didn't call this guy. I'm not saying his government wasn't corrupt, but why are we not doing the same thing with this guy? Why are we not doing the same thing with this? Somebody called Buhari, named his dog Buhari, was arrested. Why? Why? You can name anything. It doesn't mean the president. And there are people let it happen. This is ridiculous. This is completely this is not a democracy. You say one thing in Nigeria, you come look at the other time. Somebody was going home for the Million March for P2B, for somebody from France, and he was arrested. They said he was arrested in the airport. Why? Because he was going for Million March. Is this democracy or dictatorship? What do we have in that country? And tonight is going to come here and tell you, oh, American rendition people. Yes, America does. I blame them for that. But is it right? Just because America did something, then we should do that because America did it. Yes, I was here when America flew to Panama and arrested Noriega and flew him back here. Was that right? That's not right. Noriega was the head of state of Panama. Why would they go to another country and arrest the head of state of another country, bring them in their own country to try? They did it, it was wrong. So we should do the same thing. Is that what two Nigeria is coming here to prove? Come on, two Nigeria. If they do this thing to your own people, would you like that? And you tell me, Igbo brothers, two Nigeria, tell me the truth. You are an Igbo hater. If I can say that. I had one day.
See, come on, man. Come on, man. This guy.
I was there one time. He was
let him
calling Nigeria a zoo. Nnamdi Kanu is calling Nigeria a zoo. He's calling Nigeria a zoo. Is Nigeria not a zoo? Is that how a country functions? Is the way Nigeria? You say you claim to be in United Kingdom. Is that how United Kingdom functions? They don't obey law. Look, we are all in foreign countries today because we don't have a government. We don't have a government that works. That's why we're all in foreign countries. Do you know how long I've been overseas? I didn't come to overseas to come and live. I'm not one of those who flew away from Nigeria when Nigeria was bad. No. I left Nigeria during Shagari administration to come here and get a degree and go back. I'm still stuck here. Even to visit home, I'm scared. You know? And then you come in here. Who wants to stay? Who wants to stay outside his country? Who? That's why the government use exile to punish people. I'm here on self-imposed exile to Nigeria because we don't have a country. That's what it is. So don't be coming here to this platform to tell us to respect the Nigerian government for doing wrong. What are we respecting the Nigerian government for? For keeping me on self-imposed exile? Is that why I should respect the Nigerian government? I should respect the Nigerian government. I went home, I built my country home. I have to provide myself electricity. I have to provide myself bomb water. These are the things that government provides. Is that why I should respect them? I went home in this May. I came back in June to bury my father-in-law. I spent 75,000 naira every freaking day for diesel. For diesel to run to keep because my kids are not used to being without light. My brother was saying, I said, yes, I want to spend it. I want them to be with us so they can watch TV and do everything. Otherwise, they will not be happy. They can't speak the language. They don't have friends here. Okay? I have to 75,000 naira every freaking day to run my generator, 24 hours. Until 10 days we stayed and we came back. Is that how a country should function? And you're there in UK, you switch lights, you turn off water, you do whatever you want. You drive good roads. And then you come here to every freaking day to praise Nigerian government. There was one time he said, oh, we are Nigerians, we don't respect our government. What are you talking about, sir? Don't come to this platform to propagate Nigerian government and not expect anybody to challenge you or to say something that will aggravate you. If you're part of them, that's fine. Just enjoy what they're providing you. But there are people who are completely suppressed by this government. And if you talk, they kill you. Okay? So please, every time you talk, I get irritated. I do. And sometimes I don't feel like coming to this platform, but when I hear you speak, it ticks me off. Please stop that.
Thank you, Mr. Stephanos. I believe everybody are entitled to their own opinion on this platform, and that is why someone like you and I are here to also counter them, especially when we know any information they are giving is not aligning with what is going on. You know, as everybody know on this platform, we work with classified information. So if you are also here verbally contributing to whatever we are talking about here, you know, we will also check it and, you know, counter you immediately if what you're saying is not aligning, except you have a proof for it. Okay. And insulting is not allowed, like our brother said earlier on, Shibuzo Andy Adi. Yes, he's very right. It's not allowed on this platform. Is totally prohibited. You can counter others, you can disagree, you can oppose, but you cannot personally attack them, you know, or insult them. You know, we don't want that. So we are. To me, I'm really enjoying this discussion. You see, we've been here now for 4 hours, so we are going to be here till 5 and start another one immediately from 5. So I'm going to move all of you over to the next broadcast. So let's sort this out once and for all. For me, what our brother said earlier on, Mr. Alex, you know, he said that the government cannot be trusted. you know. And I believe, yeah, for me, I don't have no single trust for Nigerian government. You know, I don't trust them at all. So anything can happen. But the fact still remains that fight is certainly going on in the east. And we saw a series of videos circulating where speaking Igbo and cutting people's head and breast and all that, speaking Igbo. Why Mr. Alex said that the government can do anything and use Uzodima as an example. Yeah, I also agree with him. Anything can happen in Nigeria. We have a lot of people, stomach infrastructure, so many people in Nigeria, heartless individualisms who can just support what is wrong, even when it's obvious that it's wrong, they still want to support it. I'll be not the person they support APC and PDP, so upon all the suffering that we face today, so you know, we know how it is. So I would like to hear from Joseph Oji. Sir, it's good to have you back. Please talk to us.
Sorry, I don't know why. Sorry, let me just say something. I don't know why when people are accusing me of
No,
government
no, do
agent,
it. No,
yeah, I'm not saying that.
hold on, please. Let Joseph Oji speak, then I'll come to you, please. Go ahead, sir, Joseph Oji. Unmute yourself, Joseph Oji. Unmute yourself, sir. Unmute yourself, sir.
All right. Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.
I've done it. Thank you for inviting me. The thing that I've done it. Oh no, what's going on? The thing that oh no.
We can't hear you, sir. I believe there's your device or any of your device that is right there. Turn the device.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Again, you need to come back. We are hearing you, but you're not hearing us at the same time, and we are hearing ourselves back. Let me remove you so that you can come back. Oh, damn, this is hard. And when this is happening, it's very, very frustrating. Trust me. All right. Before we have Mr. Joseph Oji back again, I would like Mr. Tunaja to respond to some people here. Go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate some of their responses. You know, I'm not trying to be this, and I'm just trying to be more like level-headed about these things because people get passionate. I understand that. Obviously, some of these people see him as their leaders, so it's only fair for them to respond the way they are responding. But accusing somebody and attacking me, I don't know what the point of that is. In the end, somebody mentioned that how they are cutting women's breasts and killing people. These are people speaking the language, and in the end, it's somebody. If you are saying that people should form a security network and they should do so and so things, and then you start seeing those acts on the ground, it doesn't even matter whether you instructed them specifically. You are responsible for it. Anybody that knows anything about the gang world is that if you steal something and get away with it, the next time somebody steals something, even if it's not you, they will make you pay for it to set an example. If they forgive you, if they manage to forgive you the first time, and somebody comes and commits that offense again, you will pay for it. Because that's what it means by setting an example, because there has to be an example. If this guy Canon goes on and say people should do these things, and they go ahead and do it, somebody actually said it here. Incitement to violence is a crime, and still people still go ahead and defend him. It tells you that they are blinded by loyalty. Loyalty to the detriment of your people is not loyalty. We have to divorce ourselves from our narrow feelings. These things, I said it before, the national interest is your tribal interest. That is what people don't understand yet. I think that is where the problem is. People think that if the nation falls, we rise. Their whole competition is let's be better than Fulani. Is Fulani responsible this thing, leaving Nigeria, is Fulani's account is there where the money is. The money is in Western banks. Is Fulani the one causing the insecurity in the country? Only Fulani is causing that. Only them. You want to compete with the Yoruba man. You want to be better than Yoruba man. You want to be better than. In the end, we are all like a crab in a bucket. This is what we do all constantly. When we say those things, we think we have escaped it, but we still do it. The only time we escape that is when we start seeing that national interest, racial interest is in our own interest. There's a reason why you go all over the world, it's only the black countries that are doing worse. There's a reason why all parts of Nigeria is doing badly. Because we have this crab mentality of saying, my own is innocent, your own is guilty. I asked that question earlier on. Nobody could answer it because they know that's what they are. They cannot justify what some of the militants in the north are doing because they want to justify the one that they in the south is doing. Even if clearly they are all against the north for this same reason. We have to learn when we are saying things to put our own feelings aside. This flood in itself has affected me too. I have to pay through the nose in the black market to get petrol to power my generators. Some people think I only do work in the UK. I also am engaged in Nigeria. I have interest in Nigeria. We are all suffering, and I feel like anybody responsible for the one loss of hair of a Nigerian should be made to pay for it. These things that we do, excuse killing. When you understand that killing in the north and killing in the south and the east, they are all the same. Anybody should not be excused for it. That's when you start understanding the national interest. Because if you don't have that thing in your, everything you see is, oh, they can die, we cannot die. But because they can die, your people will die too. Because we are all suffering the same thing. The same forces creating that death in the north, the same forces that are still creating death in the south. Because we are all stressed. It's understandable. The nation is stressed. We are living on scraps. We are living on scraps. We have to start to learn to see from other people's point of view.
I thought we're timed here.
See,
going on and on.
You know you do this more than I do. I'm sorry I'm going a little bit too long, but I'm going to stop within 15 seconds. So my point is that we have to put the greater good above our own narrow this thing good, because you are going to lose that narrow one, because the whole point is in the statement, the greater one. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Niger for your own submission as well. I would like to go back to Mr. Pansat, Mr. Pansat to talk to us. But before that, Mr. Pansat, you know the rules here. You insulted to Niger earlier on, regardless of his submission. You can counter him, disagree. Like I said, you cannot insult him. Please, if you can apologize to the platform so that we can move on, because you actually break the rules. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. I don't like breaking any rules. So if I insulted anybody, I didn't mean to. So I'm sorry about that.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your humility.
No problem.
Pansat, I reject your apology.
All right, but look, to Niger, there's something. I was just listening to you now, and I think I've identified where the disconnect comes from. You are constantly employing what Oyibo they call straw man fallacy. Where you go begin to deliberately distort what your opponent they talk about, and then start arguing that point, and then it just grows a lot of stems from there. I'm not here to defend Nnamdi Kanu. That's not what the initial point was. I believe that we're talking about the charges. If somebody has been freed by the court for whatever reason, then you have to release that person. That's what we're talking about. But from there, going into whatever reason, whatever people or non-government are doing in Nigeria, everybody, we are Nigerians. We're not Oyibos. We know how the government works. Even in the countries where we live, if you have an organization that's agitating for whatever reason, the government usually infiltrates that organization and start doing things on behalf of that organization so that you just paint them bad, so the society will reject them. Okay? The Nigerian government declared IPOB, I forgot the word they normally use in Nigeria if they want to make you illegal. What is that word? What is the when you declare an organization to be illegal? Can somebody remind me what that word is? Do you know, Elvis?
Terrorist. Terrorist.
Yeah, if they say you're a terrorist and then they have you, what is that word? It's just my tongue. I can't. When I remember, I'll tell you. So they declare them to be an illegal entity. Basically, that's what that word means, to be an illegal entity. But the United Kingdom and America and a lot
You
of
mean proscribe?
Proscribed, exactly. They proscribed IPOB and Nnamdi's organization. Even Nnamdi termed him to be a terrorist. But no Western country agreed with that. None of them are treating IPOB like a terrorist organization. A lot of them, they march, they carry their flags for Biafra in all the world capitals. Only in Nigeria is IPOB regarded as a terrorist organization. That alone tells you something. We live in the West. We know that if they have more intelligence than Nigeria. If they actually believe that IPOB is the one killing people, doing this, doing that, they will make them a terrorist organization, especially in the United States. They're not going to put up with that. So we're not here to defend Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB. I'm not an IPOB member. Okay? IPOB is about 3 to 5%, if that much, of Southeast. I want you to remember that particular statistics right now. They're small in the states of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states. And of course, you have some vestiges in the adjoining states like River State and Bayelsa and places like that who sympathize with that. But they're small. If they are there killing people, trust me, the Igbos will put a stop to it. A lot of Nigerians don't know what the Nigerian government have been up to. The Igbos have been the one fighting them since the Civil War, when they tried to do a genocide on us. But a lot of people are finding out now, including the Benue, who is their neighbor over there. They're killing them over there, using all kinds of guises, taking over the communities, taking over the land, rename the villages. And they're doing it all across the country. So somebody could be ignorant and they come here arguing like the IPOB they're killing Igbos. Don't you know that even these corporates from the north, they have associates in the southeast, Igbos that they used to do their killing. Look at politically, look at somebody like Orjios Okala. Is he an Igbo guy? No. You look at the governor that was imposed by Supreme Court. Is that an Igbo guy? No. These are the enemies of our people, but they're Igbos by race. That doesn't mean anything, by tribe, rather. So the unknown gunmen, there are some of them that are Igbos, yes. But that's not what the courts are determining. Unknown gunmen is not a charge, a count. So this conversation, I hope that we'll put it back to where it belongs. We've been quiet. I'm not an IPOB member, but I seek justice and I hate injustice. If you go through the courts to go make your case and the court rule against you, you have to obey that court order. You can appeal it or whatever it is, but at the end, the court determines who is guilty or who's not guilty. So that's the only thing to Nigeria that I was talking about. Insult is not just somebody saying shut up to you or be quiet or screw on your head right. Insult includes questioning somebody's patriotism, tarnishing my tribe's name and character in front of me, right? Not determining what is good and evil, choosing falsehood over truth, choosing wrong over right. That's outrageous for me. I'd rather you tell me to shut up or insult me than to try to do those type of things. So that's why I keep telling you, don't change the subject and start debating whether IPOB is good or bad. That's not what we're here to do. I'm not representing IPOB. I'm not an IPOB member. But let me conclude by responding to Mr. Niger Watch, who is very passionate about our country, and he doesn't want anything to impede the election of 2023, February. Nnamdi Kanu cannot, even if he wanted to, impede that election. He cannot do anything because we want a better country and everybody's mobilized. If he comes and says there'll be no election, he cannot do that. I don't think he's going to do that. He's not. You could call on Nnamdi anything you want. He's not stupid. The people, Obi is the people's choice to be president of the people. If anybody, including Nnamdi Kanu, tries or dares to mess with that, then he's going to find out. So the Nigerian government is wrong in what they're doing, but at the same time, two wrongs don't make a right. I don't think we should even be speculating. I don't think he's stupid to go against Peter Obi because it's a totally different thing. It's political stuff. Now, let me just say my position. I'm a Biafran. I'm an Igbo man. I'm a Nigerian. I disagree with Nnamdi Kanu because he's pursuing a narrow interest of having the Igbo states to be Biafra. To me, Biafra is the entire country. But I'm willing to compromise. Our people brought Nigeria the independence of 1960. It's Nnamdi Azikiwe with the help of others. So I'm not with Nnamdi Kanu because I'm a truly Pan-Africanist. I want the entire Africa, but if not the whole Africa, but Western Africa, to form a unit, integrate, so that we can be able to compete. So based on that, let me end because I know that I've been accorded the privilege to speak to you all on this. And to Niger, if I abused you, first of all, I'm older than you as an African, I can insult you, right? But I apologize. So let's go back to other people. Thank you very much.
There is no evidence. How are you older than me? Where is your birth certificate? Have you got it? Primary school, all of them.
Yeah, no, I'm older than you. I see you on platforms, and you see me. You've seen me before, so you know I'm older. You could actually be my son. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Pansat. I appreciate that. All right, I would like to move on now to Shibuzo Adi. Shibuzo Adi, please talk to us, sir.
Okay, thank you once again. I'm quite. I disagree with the gentleman just finished right now in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, stopping the election in the southeast. Let me guarantee you that 70% of the Igbos, especially the southeast, if Nnamdi give order, I'm not a pro Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not a subscriber of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm not a supporter of IPOP. I'm a Biafran. The Biafran has been in existence before the Nigerian community come in existence. I'm a Biafran. I'm not a pro-Biafran. Nnamdi Kanu, with his movement, he can stop the election. 70% of the Igbos, if he give orders, let me clear you, if he give order no election, they will obey him. That is a guarantee. Don't say that he doesn't have effect in the election. Nnamdi Kanu have a lot of effect. I'm not a pro-Biafran, like pro Nnamdi Kanu. But even where I am, people there is an area you will talk against Nnamdi Kanu, they will kill you straight away. They don't have any pity on you. They will just kill you straight away. So that's to show you the kind of agitation those people are having. So when you come to the judiciary in Nigeria, what happened was, it's not like Nnamdi have committed that offense, but due to the crooked movement the Nigerian government has been building up even during this Buhari regime, you can't get a justice in Nigeria right now as far as you are not from his clan. You can't get anything. Only those that are coming from his clan is the ones that can have justice, have mercy, can do anything without no prosecution. You know? So, no, I don't have to. No. Okay. So now, what happened is Peter Obi will go to the election. I believe nobody can obstruct him for that. Even the way the situation is now, Nnamdi Kanu cannot stop Obi because he understands the policy that Obi is coming up with. Before Nnamdi Kanu started his agitation, he was advocating for the whole Nigeria. But what happened at the long end was when the savagery is coming very close and a lot of people are turning blind eyes, and these so-called herdsmen start killing people, especially from certain section of the country. That is why you see Nnamdi Kanu raise up, get that rage, and start advocating for violence. Because there is a way you can enjoy something now, you cannot enjoy it anymore. Those who live in Nigeria can bear me witness. They know what I'm talking about. His advocacy was not based on violence. He was trying to direct people. Look at what this kind of what this section of people are trying to do in Nigeria. That he was not advocating for violence. He was advocating for good governance in Nigeria. But at the end of the day, a lot of Nigerians turn blind eye because it's an Igbo broadcast. Then they tag it as Igbo people. Then when the thing now start touching them, that is now when Nnamdi Kanu say no, people must rise up, just like what Ortom is saying. Are you going to proscribe Ortom as a terrorist? By telling his people, you can defend yourself. That's the same advocacy Kanu was using for the people to rise up and defend themselves. When he said that these people are still not defending themselves, that is when he mobilized people, those who are loyal to him, to carry arms. Now, when they carry arms, the result is they are terrorists. That is why when Nnamdi Kanu now was advocating for violence, that is where that tagging of terrorism come in. But when his previous advocation was peaceful, manageable, but when the thing comes beyond endurance, then he has to open up with violence. After all, you have to approach violence with violence, especially when somebody carry a gun. I don't see the reason why you will romance him. You will have to carry a gun to defend yourself when you got the power. You have to do that. So that is not a strange thing, you know. So, but right now, what we are talking about is, if like Nigerian people listen to him in a previous time, protect themselves, get themselves ready, all these things couldn't have happened to this extent. But since they ignore him and the thing reached to the doorstep of everybody, then he have to say, no, carry gun, defend yourself. And that is it. And that is why you see Nigerian government capitalize on this, try to prosecute him unjustifiably, because have given all kind of order to release him. But as you can see, the kind of savage government that we are running, you can't get any result. Buhari is a military man. Buhari fought against Biafra. He killed people in Biafra land. So he don't have a pity for the Biafrans. Let me put it, he doesn't have pity for them. You can kill them, nobody will say nothing. But if you kill one of his clown, then that is where you will know that whether Buhari is active or not. You know? So, but anyway, what we're gonna do is, if somebody can even go to the jail, talk to Nnamdi Kanu, plead with him. We need his voice in this election. Let him just make a speech. Talk to those people who are loyal to him. Let them vote for Obi. Whatever he's looking for, apart from division, apart from dividing Nigeria, or any other thing that is looking for reform, institutional rebuild, those things can be inserted when Obi came to power. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chibuzo Adi. Thank you very much, sir. On that one there, I don't know if we still have Engineer Ken with us. Engineer Ken, you still there? Engineer Ken, are you available to talk to us right now?
Hello? No. I just walked into the meeting.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah,
Okay. You
thank
can join
you.
us at 5 o'clock. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Thanks.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, my people. We're going to be back again in the next 15 minutes. Please endeavor to join us. We're going to continue with Nnamdi Kanu, talk about the threat as well from the America. You know, remember there was a threat a couple of hours ago. That was about 48 hours ago. That is likely to happen in Abuja, terror attack, you know, by the U.S. So, and at the end of the day, Lai Mohammed came out now to talk about that. So we are going to be addressing Nnamdi Kanu further on, because Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be a free man as we speak right now. But he's still there with the government. Why and all that? We're going to be coming back to talk about that. So we're going to be talking about many other things. Some Nigerians are reacting heavily over the Nigerian government decision to keep Nnamdi Kanu till now. We're going to be bringing that video here. I was already preparing all that, but I would just like us to take a place to end this for like 15 minutes to be on air again. So please endeavor to join us. I appreciate every one of you for your time with us today. We've been here now for 4 hours, 30 minutes. So endeavor to join us in the next 15 minutes. Now God bless you now. I will say bye for now, everybody. Join me in the next 15 minutes. I'm going to be here with Kashi. Bye for now.
Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. And useful. Obedient and useful. Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. For light today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria.